Hello. So, we got a first look at Aiden. Like, I was actually just looking at the heroes and noticed that Aiden is already technically in the game. So we can actually look at him, read his skills, read his stuff. Aiden, how amusing. I am the great lord of a land that no longer exists, a barren, scorched wasteland that spells death. I was much too young when I was forced to discover the cruelty of fire and the power of a sibling bond. Kayla and I are bound by more than blood, for we share one life between us. Alright, says he fights the back line. His main role is healer. He's also a mage. His special is the Fire Heralds. So there's only 2 Fire Heralds. It's one of those weird tribal things that most tribal themes have been pretty much totally irrelevant in this game. So we'll see if this actually matters or if one of these heroes ends up being way better and you just use the one hero. Just like I said, you have all these weird things like none of them have ever mattered. Nobody cares that Fox is an engineer or that Ginger's an engineer. Nobody cares that Phobos is undead. Nobody cares that Marcus has the blessed stat. I mean, it's just a lot of these times, these things are usually pretty irrelevant, but maybe it'll matter this time. Who knows? Main stats, intelligence. And then we have his skills, his Phoenix Embrace. Aiden casts a shield on himself and the farthest ally. The shield absorbs any damage for 5 seconds. On deactivation, the ally's shield explodes, dealing magic damage to nearby enemies and casting the Phoenix Glyph on them. Immolation. Cast the Phoenix Glyph on the nearest enemy without a glyph. If all enemies have Phoenix Glyph, Aiden strikes out sparks from the nearest enemy, dealing magic damage to enemies near the target's Phoenix Glyph. Applies burn to the enemy, dealing pure damage over 6 seconds. Inner Fire. Aiden unleashes a fire wave, healing all allies except himself. He also recovers health once every 2 seconds, starting from the beginning of the battle, boosting the next healing fire wave. The wave's effective scales with the amount of health that Aiden has recovered. Once Aiden's health drops below 30%, he self-ignites, doubling his health regen. He stops burning once his health is above 6%. So he has innate regen. Most time you have to add Oliver Patron to get regen, but he has a regen on it, like a base, like an actual innate regen, which is actually kind of a good ability. Like, it's one of those abilities like I'm surprised we haven't seen more of, because regen is just a theme. That in a lot of role-playing games, regen is a pretty common like stat. But yeah, no. So he has regen, which is cool. I do like that. I said, which might help him have some staying power. Especially if he can stack that with Oliver. Like, if he can, like, can he use Oliver Patron? Does that stack? That could be really interesting. And especially if it buffs that ability, that would be definitely interesting. Bonds of Flame establishes a mutual bond with the farthest ally or with Kayla if she is on the allied team. The bound ally becomes the target of Phoenix Embrace. The heroes have shared health, passing any healing or damage taken to each other. They also gain a bonus that scales with their basic armor and magic defense stats. Bond is established at the start of the battle and severed on death. With the farthest ally or Kayla. If Kayla's on there, then he establishes the bond with Kayla. Otherwise, he'll establish with the farthest ally. So he's in the back line. I'm assuming that'll usually be your tank. Like, if it's not Kayla. So this could actually, like I said, I mean, he honestly seems more interesting, Kayla, though they did adjust Kayla. Like, when they were initial testing, like, some of the guildmates actually summoned Kayla and stuff. We were doing some testing. Like, I wasn't too impressed, but apparently there were some bugs with her damage. So they actually buffed her damage since we did our testing. So I'll have to do that again. I'm going to have a video on Kayla here in a couple of days about, like, whether or not she's good or whatever. But, like, we were doing some testing and then, well, they changed her stats, so now she's supposed to be better. So we're gonna have to do new testing so I can actually figure out what we got going on here. Yeah. But no, like I said, this could be potentially really good. This could potentially, like, give your tank, like, some staying power, especially since he has regen. Like, this could be, he has innate regen. Like, this could help, like, keep a tank up, make a team tankier, help a team sustain. Like, I do think his ability list is definitely better than Kayla's. He does seem more interesting. Like, he could be a decent healer. Like, there isn't a whole lot of, like, actual good healers in the game, so having another healer I think is good. Kayla, we'll have to see, like, and I don't know if they'll be good together or not. Like, that's also something you'll have to see because his ability sketch. I mean, I don't know. He's a healer, like, but he's going to be competing with heroes like Celeste for space or Martha. It's one of those things. Like, there's a lot of really good heroes in the game, so they really have to compete with each other. And I thought he was going to be the Winterfest hero, but Daniel said something. Making me think we might get 3 heroes this month, which would be stupid and insane. I hope we don't get 3 heroes this month. I hope he's just the Winterfest hero, and we don't get a 3rd hero in December because that'd just be way too many. We have too many heroes already, and I would just like to see them rebalance some of the other ones. But yeah, if you want to know more about Winterfest, I actually did a full video about what to expect, and you can find that down below. And as always, thank you for watching.